Beautiful day, y'all. My name is Julie Mama Jules Marshall. Excuse me. I've been struggling today, a few days, for a while now. Hold these up first for a little bit. And I had a dream. I still have that dream, and I do believe in miracles, so there is still a possibility. Miracles happen. And this may be his way of working it, because in my book, every single president that we've had for the last 12 years, I know has been divine intervention. It just is. He has control over everything. We have choices, yes, but he knows the whole outcome of all of it. I myself personally have been stuck. And my family and friends here with me in my hood. And I'm going to say that right now, because this is going to be the first time that I've said it online, over the air, for everybody in the world to hear. And yes, I think you want to know. You know who I'm talking to. Anyways, I love you. Globeville respect. Your hood, your fam. Love, tough love. That's what I have been teaching my hood for the last 2 years since I started working at the corner store in this neighborhood. I've been stuck here. I've been not stuck. Literally I have been, but it's been by divine intervention, because my home runs. she does. I promise you. Cops know. They've seen it. But God would not let me leave here. I got planted in Globeville 3 years ago, and I've been doing His work, standing toe-to-toe with the devil. And my family here knows this. They've watched this change. Some of them don't really know why or pointedly what happened, and that's okay. They'll learn. Because it's not over yet. It's not done yet. And I believe, quite frankly, it has a lot to tie into what my dream is. My dream is I actually want to be vice president to Donald Trump. My belief is that I believe that we have to have a couple, per se, a man and a woman. The man is the head of the household, so he should be the president. The woman, on the other hand, is the partner, the helper to him, and I want to be that. It should not be somebody that is personable. No. We're talking vice president and president here. Not, not for real, okay? And I have a very good basis, and it might be getting a little bit too personal right now, but neither here nor there. Either way, I do believe that it would be an ideal fit. Donald has earned what he's gotten, and he's earned that. He's worked hard, and he's got a great family. He's a very good man and a strong man, and he is a God-fearing man, a God-respecting man. I do believe he's a very good representation of what we need to build up on our getting it back to great again. We can make America great again. But I don't believe it'll be as well unless we get the heart of America back in again. And I believe that is the job for the woman. And I believe I am the woman that fits that bill. I've been called Mama Jules now for over 12 years. From the streets, the people all over the street, that's my name. And it's because I practice that love, tough love that I had mentioned. Practicing fierce kindness, it is a gift of the Spirit. And it is something that you have to apply. The problem nowadays, over the last 40 years plus, culminating out of 150 years plus, the Democrats do not want anybody to have to suffer any kind of consequences of their actions. God forbid that, because then they would all be in jail. That being said, we need to take that back. We need to start hanging those that need to get hung and criminalizing those that need to get criminalized, and they start being held accountable for their actions, their criminal actions. Because right now, I can't get anything taken care of on my aspect of how I've been criminalized against. ID stolen, information stolen, my mail taken out of my mailbox. I'll live right there. I can't do nothing about it because the cops don't do nothing about it. They're corrupt too. We have criminals here. I'm going to say we have a psychopathic killer on the street of Globeville that they're running all sorts of criminal activity, a grouping of them. It's not right. We're looked on and we're shit on by the politicians and the people that are supposed to be helping us and protect us. And it's terrible. No one here in the state of Colorado will take this on because they're all bought out by the higher ups. And quite frankly, I'm all of them. I have lived horror stories out here. I have witnessed horror stories out here. And I have lived through pulling some of them out, overdoses, stopping stabbings from happening. Bringing peace to an otherwise miserable town. They were in suffrage because of the people that were on the street that were running it down. And people, the normies, the business folks that are just as criminal, making money off of the criminals. Is that justified? It is in their world. Am I at risk for saying this? I don't think I'm in any more risk. I think I'm in less risk having saying it and putting it out there for all of you to watch, because there's no taking it back. So anyways, this is what I'm stuck in at the moment, because I've been knocked down, run over. The devil attacks us when we're on the right path, right? So I'm walking in faith here. So I'm going back to my basics. I've got 25 years sobriety, and this is the basic 12-step program that the AA 12-step program has been worked off of, but I'm doing it out of the 12 steps of life recovery. It's Bible version. And I'm not going over the whole thing because I need to cut to the chase. This is already there's 9 minutes. I had to get my forehead behind because I can't see in the clouds. Beautiful. Anyways, step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of the upper steps, we tried to carry this message to others and to practice these principles in all our affairs. That is my daily life. That's how I have to live. Now, I work in a store that is owned by people who are in the Muslim belief. So I try to separate. I don't try. Well, yes, I try, because sometimes I don't do. To separate that. I know they have 14 cameras in that store. They hear everything, see everything. So when I am in a mood and I need to listen to my music and I'm playing it, I don't know what they watch or don't watch, if they shut it off. I don't know. And nor quite frankly, they've never said anything to me about it, so I don't think it's a problem for them. They separate as well. This is why I know I would be good for vice president. I have no qualms with anybody and everybody with their own religious beliefs, and that has never been an issue. But we got to get it back to the way our nation was founded. It was founded in God we trust, and it needs to get back to that. Having had them decide to take the 10 Commandments and put them back up in the classrooms is a win. There's a lot of wins that we have going on right now. We are getting God back into our nation. And I am a strong believer in the faith of Jesus Christ. And that's what I want. I want to represent our nation as a whole. I've had a lot of people tell me they would vote for me. Now, are they just being nice and saying it out of sarcasm? I don't think so. I don't believe so. Some of them, yes, maybe yes. But I have gone from California, let me start from the beginning, Colorado, California, Colorado, New York, Colorado, New York, Colorado, in the last 10 years. And I call it my undercover work for God because I'm His tool. I have been doing this, going where He wanted me to go, and making choices. Of course, I have to make my own choices. I've made my own choices, and whatever. He makes the best out of it. He really does. You can make the stupidest of choices, and God will still cover your ass if He has a plan for you. You're here for a reason. You're not dead and 6 feet under because you're here for a reason. And this is what I believe my reason is to be with Trump as vice president. Do we need another politician who's used to this program? No, we don't want that. That is half of the change. Is to change this nation and make it great again, is to bring the heart of the nation back in, and the heart is with the mother. Everybody wants their mommy, and their daddy too, for that matter. And the daddy's the stern one that has the money and the responsibility and delegation therein. And that's the way it should be, and I'm the heart of it. The nurturing, the understanding, the compassion. And quite frankly, here's my compassion. As a child, you will be treated as a child. Yes, I will tend to your boo-boo, and I will cover it and make sure it's kept clean. But if you're a grown-ass man of 40 years old and you come to me with the finger scrape and you say, I need a Band-Aid. No. Suck it up and go do something else. You need to bleed it out. There's a physical reason for that, and that's neither here nor there. But that's the way it is. That's the way I operate. You need to be responsible like a man, and be like a man. And a woman, well, they're going to learn. There's a lot to that too. Anyways, I worked 12 steps. Now, in that I went seeking into the Word because I needed to find something, and I didn't know where God wanted me. I didn't know where, but He gave it to me. So what's my time at? 13. I know this will last 15 minutes. I'm going to hope that this will last as long as I need it to. Micah chapter 7. Micah chapter 7. Boy, I sound like a New Yorker. How miserable I am. I feel like the fruit picker after the harvest who can find nothing to eat. Not a cluster of grapes or a single early fig can be found to satisfy my hunger. The godly people have all disappeared. Not one honest person is left on the earth. They're all murderers, setting traps even for their own brothers. Both their hands are equally skilled at doing evil. Officials and judges alike demand bribes. The people with influence get what they want, and together they scheme to twist justice. Even the best of them is like a briar. The most honest is as dangerous as a hedge of thorns. But your judgment day is coming swiftly now. Your time of punishment is here, a time of confusion. Don't trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife. For the son despises his father, the daughter defies her mother, the daughter-in-law defies her mother-in-law. Your enemies are right in your own household. For as for me, in that verse 7 of chapter 7 of Micah, as for me, I look to the Lord for help. I wait confidently for God to save me, and my God will certainly hear me. Do not gloat over me, my enemies, for though I fall, I will rise again. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. I will be patient as the Lord punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, he will take me up, my case, and give me justice for all I have suffered for my enemies. The Lord will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness. Then my enemies will see that the Lord is on my side. They will be ashamed that they taunted me, saying, "So where is your Lord, that God of yours?" With my own eyes I will see their downfall. They will be trampled like mud in the streets. And I'm ending it there at the end of verse 10. One way or another, this cycle of sickness, this cycle of disease that we have been living in, we pay people to put toxic waste into our body, saying it cures cancer with the hopes that it's going to... Really? That's insane. They have to do something with the toxic material waste. Really, people? And I'm not saying everybody's stupid, but a lot of us have been that duped. We are been that duped. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing people suffering because they've been suggested to do this when they really don't understand what it is. No one's told them. I know a woman that's got 44 different medications on her name through her pharmacy. And that's not a problem. And the clause being, would you like to have the pharmacist talk about what happens with these drugs? Oh, no, I got this. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is how they get you. All of it's got to change. And I'm not saying that we're taking away all the drugs. That's not what I'm saying. But there needs to be a regulation on things a lot better than what they've been doing. The food stamps, for instance, you can't buy tobacco, and you can't buy alcohol, but you can buy 140 milligrams per bottle of caffeine, causing yourself to go into a heart attack at any given point, and it's covered under the food stamps. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. If you want to buy the caffeine, you can spend it out of your own pocket. But you're not supposed to be spending food stamps on addictions. That's what I believe. And I don't believe it should be otherwise. If it's not food, it's not nutrition. It should not count. And none of that is a food. It's an additive. You can't buy vitamin supplements on food stamps, but you can buy that energy drink crap. How twisted is that? It's wrong, and that needs to stop and change. At least put the vitamins on the nutritional factor of being able to be bought for those of us who would like to. Because I don't eat processed food crap. I don't. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Everybody's used to it. But there's a lot of regulations that have been ignored and have been walked on that should not be ignored anymore. We have a problem as a nation as a whole, and we know this. Oh, this is 16 years ago when I was living in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, get that camera straight, honey. I went to work for a telemarketer. I did okay. I did pretty doggone good. I sold advertising space on a refrigerator magnet. The refrigerator magnet being, yay big, because it's the first and the last thing they see every single time they open the refrigerator door. And it's on a calendar on it, so that they see the days and everything. It's convenient. But it's made to go all over the refrigerator, because it's the first and last thing, and it's proven. We are the highest obese nation. And San Antonio at that time was the most obese city in Texas. And I think it was number one in the nation at that time, 15 years ago. I couldn't imagine what it is like now. I know it's better because there's a lot of people that are attempting to lose weight and trying to change their lifestyle and their way of living. But it's not easy to do without the mental health care to help people with it. Or at least just the great therapy parts of it, and not the stigma of the 12-step program being terrible. It's not. It is for any addiction, food addiction, sex addiction, alcohol, drugs, politics. I don't believe we need another politician in the seat of vice presidency. I do believe it should be a mom. It should be a mom who knows how it goes. I've got 25 years sobriety, 36 years off methamphetamines. I'm a Marine Corps mom. I married in instead of enlisting in because my back threw me out. I couldn't do it. They wouldn't take me with scoliosis or degenerative disc disease. But I'm still here and I'm still walking. And I'm doing pretty doggone good. Aside from getting dry mouth and grabbing a little bit of water here. Anyways, there's no telling how long this is going to last, and I'm really kind of, at this point, maybe rambling, but not really. I'm introducing myself. Again, my name is Julie, Mama Jules Marshall, and I want to be Vice President for Donald Trump. You've heard some of what I have to say. Maybe you guys can share this and get it out. Blow it up. Miracles happen. This can be that miracle. Flowers gotta bloom sometime. Mine are getting ready to. Oh, I don't even get to get a good view of the garden now. If I move that, people get sick. Anyways, maybe not. This is me at home, but this is me every day. This is how I am. Globeville respect. Your hood, your fam, your neighborhood, your family. Love, tough love. I'm going to love you unconditionally, but at the same time, too, I'm going to practice that tough love because you need that. Fierce kindness, self-discipline, control, your own self-control. And if you don't want to apply it to yourself, we're going to tell you otherwise. Get out. We don't tolerating it here. You don't have respect. You don't show them respect. You're not getting respect. You're not staying here. You're not being here. Go away. You want to kill yourself? Do it hiding someplace else. We love you, but we're not going to tolerate it. That's the way it is. And a lot of Globeville has been changing because they get that. They're understanding it. They're applying it. If you've done something to screw up, you abide by that. You deal with the consequences. The problem is now, those that are supposed to be abiding by those consequences need to face their own consequences because they're the Democrats that have been saying for 150 years, oh, you can't have a murder if you don't have a witness. Really? Tombstone, people. Yeah, go watch it. Tombstone. Yeah. It is what it is. He shot the sheriff. There were 2 Democrats off to the side watching it when it happened. What did they do? Nothing. Did the guy get away with it? Yes. Why? Because there was a Democrat judge. But check history for yourself. Sometimes not everything in the movies is fiction, people. It is a lot of way the truth comes out. And the names are changed to protect the guilty, not the innocent. The innocent tell the truth to everybody. But the guilty need to run and hide. So anyways, it's me. I do want to be vice president to Donald Trump. I'm straight up serious. Mind-blowing for my kids whenever they find out, hopefully sooner than later. It is still June 30th. I'm hoping that this will get uploaded by the end of the night, and maybe, I don't know how long it'll take, God willing. Anyways, I'm going to do more on this for myself and for y'all. We're going to take this country back again. To make America great, we got to bring the heart of it back in. And that's through Mama. Mama's always had the heart. I want to be your mama. Gentlemen, knock it off. Get your minds out of the gutter. Mine's already down the drain, but I'm not vocalizing it. So I'm going to reprimand you and tell you to knock it off. This is pure, per se. Still not made for children. Anyways, I do love y'all. I do want to represent, because I do want to make America great again. With Donald and me, Julie, I think it would do very nicely, and I think a lot of y'all would agree. So please, let's blow this up, share it, and get it out there, and let everybody meet me as much as you've gotten to know me over the last 2 years. Yeah, I'm full of it. I do want to do the comedy club at some point or another. I got to have some sort of promotional, right? Okay, y'all. Thank you. Love you. Y'all have a beautiful night. Bye-bye. Oh, and God bless, because we do need it. Love you.